how possible is it to start gathering or life skilling with 23 bill? Oh, bro, you can easily start life skilling with your simple Trilogia gear, which costs like 700 mil. If that, it is very, very simple. They made it a lot easier. You can also start making money with your low Logia gear. It's pretty simple. You don't have to really spend money, but if you're trying to really get a significant head start, I suggest going ahead and spending at least like 12 of that billion for your Tri-Manos. No, 2 or 3 billion. If you are just starting out and you don't have the money, the best way to go ahead and get started is investing into a full set of Trilogia. Just deal with your Trilogia gatherers if you have your mastery over 800. Silver embroidered is pretty cheap. It's like 120 or 160 mil for a +3, which is a sweet spot for you. You know, but definitely work on getting your full Trilogia accessories and playing around with your clothes, seeing which ones work out better for you. If you're just leveling up your life skills, you have no type of life skills, I suggest after you get your accessories, get your +3 silver embroidereds. I definitely suggest picking up all of them. They will help you out in the long run and should get you quickly leveling up to Guru in no time. You just reached Artisan 3 gathering. Okay, so luckily for you, they have changed the way the tools work. So you no longer need to have a certain gathering requirement. Say your mastery is below 800 and you don't have the tools or anything bought yet, you can easily have your magic items made now, which, like I said, they no longer have the level requirement. You can just go ahead, buy them, and start using them. They'll give you your 80% gathering item drop rate, your 11-second decrease on the gathering time and all that. It'll act just like how your Demihar does, but without the use of the actual mastery. So those are a great little temporary stand-in while you're working on getting your Logia tools and your Manos tools eventually. Your clothes you can get off the central market. They will definitely help you out. Like I said, your silver embroidered to help you get up to either master, guru, whatever bracket that you want for cooking. It's a great way to increase your cooking speed, your alchemy speed. As for actually making money, you're on the C server. The market will be different for each region, but I suggest taking a look at your metal solvents, take a look at your dishes, certain elixirs, like just take a look at BDolytics. It'll show you, you can change the region. It'll show you what materials are going to make you money, if it's worth your time. You can plug in all of your numbers and things like that, so you can go ahead and figure out, like, how do you go about making money? Because I can go ahead and tell you how I make money, but it'll always be different than you. I can always show you like everyone else's little spreadsheets, but unless you have their exact little variables, their exact character, their exact little gear makeup and everything, their numbers will always be different than yours. So I suggest getting your gear and using like a website to get an idea of what you could be doing and if you should be doing it. Yeah, getting started is extremely easier in like 2024. You also have your progression pass that you can go ahead and knock out. It'll give you your Demihar tools you can go ahead and use as a stand-in. You have the choose your own Manos tool, which will get you your first Manos tool to go ahead and try to enhance while you're, you know, using your other tools or you're working on getting your mastery. The same goes for all of the other little tools here, training and all that. It'll help out in the long run, especially with your cooking and farming, giving the sturdy alchemy stone of life. You no longer have to go out and get your little alchemy stone. They give you a free one to go ahead and start working with. Hunting and butchering gives you the cog to go ahead and sail around with. Not to mention it gives you the little matchlock and half of the materials to get your master matchlock whenever you finally start progressing towards it. If you take a look at all of your suggested, you have your guru quest that'll help you get started with leveling. It'll help you get started with learning little different things or pointing you in the right direction for those life skills, like the honor the family quests and things like that. Will have you going out doing your training guru quests to go ahead and get little bonuses, and the bonuses are pretty good. They're definitely worth taking a look at. And then obviously you have the recurring tab, which will go ahead and direct you in a nice little routine or something that you can do throughout the week or every day or something, you know, for contribution, little bonuses and things like that. Is there any other way that I forgot? Let me know, guys. I'm I'm trying to name everything off of the top of my head to get started with gathering, especially with all of the new ways and things that they have been changing and or talking about changing. Oh, and I definitely suggest going out to Liana and Dalashian, getting those dailies, weeklies, getting her little quest done for like the Liana's tool bag and all that. Another couple important things as a gatherer or just starting out getting into gathering, I suggest heading over to the Land of the Morning Light to unlock your Artisan Green Thumb gathering. It could be found right over here, talking to him. As long as you have Artisan Gathering, that'll unlock your little gathering minigame to have a chance of getting your Millennial Ginseng, and or just increase the amount of materials that you can get, the rares, the actual materials, like all of it. There's that. And one other thing, I definitely suggest having several alts set up to go ahead and siphon their energy into energy tonics to have you out there constantly gathering, so you're not just like having to take breaks in between every little gathering session. They do give out a nice amount of energy potions every once in a while, but having usually like 5 to 10 alts out there in a spot where you can quickly go ahead and siphon their energy into a tonic will keep you gathering for usually, like, depending on your energy, 2 or 3 hours more. Or you can go ahead and sell them and make some money on the side, but I usually keep all of my energy tonics and things like that for my life skilling, my gathering only. I know it's a little pay to win. Unfortunately, I have to suggest getting your hedgehog pet or your llama pet, whichever one you want to go ahead and get. Unfortunately, like, it's just one of those things, like how you have mob grinding and the tent is like one of the things that you have to invest in. I mean, yeah, you can do it without it and it's not going to be the same, but it's like that, you know, you can gather without the hedgehog or the llama pet, but those two pets are going to be like a extreme game changer. They usually have them on sale, but yeah, definitely get your llama pet. The last two things are like completely subjective. It's not like you guys have to really go out and spend the money, but it would go ahead and increase your gathering twofold. As pay to win as it is, let's be real, it's pay to win. There's no trying to bat your eyes or beat around the bush. No, the llama and hedgehog does not stack, but they will increase the chance of proccing up to 50% up at tier 4. Yeah, and then your artifacts and your light stones and everything, for those you can get the light stones from the central market, or you can go out and gather for them, purify it, have a little RNG session trying to roll for the right ones that you want. The light stone combinations, however, unfortunately, can only be found out here gathering. Item drop rate ones can only be found while out gathering. The gathering experience and the gathering mastery artifacts can only be found while gathering. I do have all of these up on my YouTube channel if you want to take a look. I'm actually like excited that you asked like how to go ahead and get started with gathering here in like 2024. It's a lot different than what it used to be.